Today we got quite a fight coming your way. Moon Knight, the fisted Khonshu, versus Bane, the man who broke the bat. Who comes on top? Let's find out.
Eyes up. Stay sharp. Stay down. Final warning. I could do this all day.
Moon Knight, Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jake Lockley. Four different aspects of the same man who was resurrected by Khonshu, the Egyptian lunar god of vengeance and justice, to serve as his avatar. Those unjust mortals who prey upon the innocents who travel at night, beware the vengeance of the Moon Knight. Moon Knight is physically strong enough to snap steel beams over his knee, literally destroy a car, and is fast enough to dodge, deflect, and even cut bullets in half. Due to his multiple personalities, Mark possesses an extraordinary degree of pain tolerance, and has casually ignored massive wounds and injuries in order to just keep on fighting. Like Moon Knight has been shot by bullets, stabbed by knives or swords, even been shot in the chest with a crossbow, he just kept on fighting through all of it. Moon Knight is also a highly skilled fighter, who's done in both armed and unarmed combat. He's a former heavyweight boxing champion, and has comprehensive knowledge of the weak points in the human body. His fighting style is brutal and straight to the point, combining Krav Maga, Savate, Judo, Kung Fu, and Filipino martial arts to put down his opponents as quickly and painfully as possible. Taskmaster claims that there's no one fighting style he hates to copy more than Moon Knight's. That's because, unlike other fighters, Mark prefers not to block or evade an attack if it gives him the opportunity to counterattack his opponents. He will even simply court his opponent into attack and trust his stamina and ability to take a punishment. He's highly adept in all forms of weaponry, including shurikens, combat knives and swords, batons, truncheons, bow staffs, nunchucks, chains, and bolos. His go-to weapons are crescent darts, which he can hurl with impressive force and accuracy, and are very similar to Batman's batarangs. Moon Knight will usually wear a costume made of bulletproof Kevlar, but he's recently put on outfits made of adamantium or carbonadium. So we got one corner, good old Moon Knight. But, entering the ring, near the corner, straight out of Gotham City, Bane. Forced to serve a life sentence for the crimes of his father, Bane was born and raised in the underground prison Pena d'Or. There he forged himself into the pinnacle of physical and mental potential, all without seeing the light of day. Escaping to Gotham City, Bane pitted himself against Batman, became famous as the man who broke the bat. Bane has trained for years and years to be in perfect physical condition, and his strength, stamina, agility, and coordination are so great that it could possibly be compared to a metahuman, even though Bane is still just a human. He's also an expert fighter, having actually created his own fighting style in prison, and has defeated countless opponents throughout the DC universe, even defeating Nightwing and famously breaking Batman's back. Bane is really known for his Venom drug, though, which is a strength-enhancing super steroid. By using this drug, Bane can enhance his already impressive strength to roughly up to 2 or more tons, but that depends on how large the dosage is. The Venom also gives him peak human speed, and extorted healing, incredible stamina, and increases his durability to the point where bullets from most firearms only do superficial damage. But Bane didn't just train his body to physical perfection, he trained himself to mental perfection as well. He is one of the most cunning and disciplined minds in the DCU, and is an expert in multiple different sciences, languages, strategy, and history. Bane has a photographic memory, which allows him to easily study and understand the actions and movements of an opponent. And unlike other intellectual villains, Bane is able to strongly focus on his goals without any obsessive tendencies clouding his judgment. He was even able to figure out Batman was Bruce Wayne with little support or investigation. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. This is a fight that's been begging to be made, so that Moon Knight is the closest you're going to get to Marvel's version of Batman, while Bane is easily one of Batman's most dangerous opponents, definitely the one who's the best at combining brute physicality and savage fighting skills. But who's coming out on top? That's what we're going to find out. Now, first we need to take a look at here, it's got to be physicality. And Bane is obviously the stronger one. I mean, that is what he's most known for. I mean, when Bane is off Venom, he's still strong enough to splinter wooden doors, rip through a prison wall, punch through steel, rip through an iron grate. He's easily knocked people out with just one punch, destroyed a man's face with one punch, ripped off a man's arm while wearing an exosuit. But when Bane is on Venom, he's able to do all the same stuff, kicking down prison walls, knocking down prison doors. Just broken a man's neck with just one hand, and actually killed several men in a single blow. But Mark is no slouch. Even without his moon powers, which we won't be using in this fight, Moon Knight is strong enough to move cars with a grappling hook, kick down reinforced doors, punch a superpowered Daredevil through a brick wall, snap steel beams over his knee, and is strong enough to absolutely destroy a car just by landing on it. Still, Bane is stronger. He's also more durable. Acid to the face only slowed Bane down. He laughed off Batman's electric taser. He's been shot multiple times, didn't even react. Been stabbed, didn't react. Been shot in both arms and yet still continued to fight. And when Catman was just wailing on him, Bane literally just stood there, took all those attacks, and then went on to take Catman down just one move. But here's the thing. While Moon Knight is crazy strong for a normal human, his durability just off the charts. With Mark's multiple personalities, he possesses a remarkable degree of pain tolerance, durability, and endurance. He's taken hits from a massive Morningstar, taken hits from Venom, been tortured extensively, and taken attacks from a massive werewolf, and yet kept fighting through all of it. However, it's almost not even as much Moon Knight's durability as his pain tolerance. It's almost like he can't even feel pain. In fact, Mark's actually said before that he's got so many personalities going on in his head that he's far too psychotic to feel pain. Moon Knight has been shot, stabbed, and taken massive punches to the face and wasn't fazed by any of it. He's been tased and just knocked the attacker out cold, kept fighting after literally getting a piece of his face bitten off, doesn't even seem to notice being shot at point-blank range with a crossbow bolt, even a crossbow bolt to the chest. So yeah, Bane on Venom is superhumanly strong and durable, and does still take the edge, but Mark is still super strong, just crazy tough. However, when it comes to speed, well, that is where Moon Knight can take the edge and claim his first advantage in the fight. I mean, Mark is fast enough to easily dodge machine gun fire, dodge bullets at point-blank range, disarm and blitz opponents even while injured, not attacks from Venom even though Venom had caught him by surprise. He's actually intercepted energy attacks with his crescent darts, blocked bullets, dodged rockets and evaded explosions, and Moon Knight's actually cut bullets in half on a couple of occasions. Mark is just faster. He uses that speed a whole lot more in a fight, routinely dodging bullets, disarming guards, and blitzing opponents. On the other hand, when you look at Bane, you might not necessarily consider him to be too fast. I mean, the guy's a massive brute. There's rely more on his strength and durability in a fight. However, Bane will catch you by surprise, because the guy is remarkably fast. He took down a gunman before the shooter could even pull the trigger, killed a cop before the cop could fire, and actually blocked bullets of a nearby statue. With that being said, Bane is nowhere in the realm of cutting bullets in half, and Moon Knight has done this on multiple occasions. But still, Bane is physically superior here, which should really come as no surprise. I mean, Bane is physically superior to Batman. He's going to be physically superior to Moon Knight as well. So that means that Moon Knight is going to come out on top here. He's going to rely on his fighting skill, and his gear, and his weapons. Now, I just want to start off with saying that Bane is no slouch when it comes to fighting. I mean, the guy invented his own fighting style while in prison. He knows what he's doing. He's easily killed 3 Talons, who are scheduled to give the Bat family trouble. He's fought against the League of Assassins by himself, and easily killed 6 men, even though each of those men were amped with Venom as well. He's curb stomped Killer Croc, just utterly destroyed him. Fought against Red Hood and Red Robin at the same time. Somehow took down Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin. And even though Bane was injured, didn't have his Venom, he was still able to beat Killer Croc, Mad Hatter, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Professor Pig, and Victor Zsasz, even though other people were amped with Venom at the time. Bane is actually smarter and more intelligent than Moon Knight. This can help him out in a fight as well. He's smart enough to play multiple games of chess with Ra's al Ghul at the same time. Bane and Bruce constantly switch languages when talking to make sure that no one can listen in on the conversation. Mr. Freeze considers him to be a master tactician, and the venom doesn't just make him stronger, it actually makes him smarter as well. Then, of course, there's the legendary Nightfall event, where Bane was able to figure out who Batman was, and then successfully beat Bruce and broke his back. On the other hand, Moon Knight's been able to take on plenty of hand ninjas by himself, beat up 7 thugs just with one move, and even hit specific nerves and pressure points while fighting. He's battled against and beaten people who couldn't feel pain by using pressure points. He's effortlessly took down Swordsman and Black Cat. Shang-Chi admits that Mark has skill, and Moon Knight's actually fought against the likes of Deadpool, Taskmaster, Punisher, Bullseye, Hobgoblin, and even the Thunderbolts team. He's also got plenty of gear and weapons that Moon Knight uses all the time. He's got his truncheon, which he can charge with an electric blast, fire grappling hooks. He can also extend out into a bow staff. He's got crescent darts, which can shoot out of his wrist, has variants like gas and explosive, and even has pocket flashbangs that have blinded Sentry, and hypersonics that have injured the Hulk. Moon Knight's carbonadium armor is also incredibly durable, allowing him to take point-blank shots to the back, so if explosions, needs to take physical attacks. Moon Knight's also a freaking savage, and that's one of the biggest differences between him and Batman, because Mark isn't at all afraid to kill opponents, just put people down as quickly and as savagely as possible. So, end of the day, who wins? Well, I think one thing's for sure, whoever comes out on top here, it's going to be a brutal and savage fight. Both of these guys aren't afraid to brutalize and kill their opponents. The same thing could happen here. But this is actually going to play out in Bane's favor more so than Moon Knight's. Because as similar as Batman and Moon Knight are, they approach fights real differently, especially when it comes to fighting Bane. Yes, Bruce can tangle with Bane hand to hand, and so can Mark. But when Batman really wants to put Bane down, he's at speed, skill, and gear to do so. On the other hand, Moon Knight fights differently and relies on his durability and stamina, like how some boxers will actually court their opponents to attack, interested in their stamina and ability to take a punishment. Taskmaster claims that there's no one fighting style that hates to copy more than Moon Knight's. That's because, unlike most other fighters, Moon Knight prefers not to block or evade an attack or injury. It allows him an opportunity to counterattack his opponent. And like I've been saying, that's not going to play out too well for Mark in this fight. I mean, Bane is already strong to rip off people's arms while they're in mech suits when Bane is off Venom. Imagine how much damage he's going to do when he's on Venom. I'd also argue that Bane has a better track record against skilled opponents, has the physical advantage, and is durable to be unfazed by the majority of Moon Knight's gear. This is a fight where while I'm rooting for Moon Knight, if I had to bet and place money on it, probably place my bet behind Bane. Moon Knight probably wins maybe 4 times out of 10, but Bane's ultimately coming out on top. Bane wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, turn on notifications, join the Fanco army, and I will see you next time.